Do you know why they say defense wins championships? That is a obvious, famous mantra that is around sports, mainly basketball and football. They say defense wins championships. Do you know why? In fact, if you look at this Knicks and Pacers series, that should tell you and show you why they say defense wins championships. Now, don't get me wrong. None of these people, none of these teams, neither the Knicks or the Pacers, are defensive juggernauts. So don't hear me say that they are great on defense. What this series shows you and why they say that defense wins championship is because when you look at this Pacers team, the Pacers have everything that you need in an how do I say this? The Pacers are relying on something that can be fleeting. That's what it is. That is why they say defense wins championships, because offense can be fleeting. When you rely on something that can be as that can be as changing as water, then that's not a sustainable thing. Again, you go back to every single champion outside of obviously Denver last year. Most teams, almost every single team, did not rely on just offense alone. Each team was a top 10 defensive team. And I think the last Lakers win as well. The last Lakers when they had Shaq and Kobe, the last year of the three-peat. It's no question that when the Pacers are firing on all cylinders, they're the best offensive team. Probably, well, they statistically have been one of the best offensive teams in basketball this entire year. But the reason why a lot of people have no faith in right now, as we speak, they're down 3-2, is because they rely so heavily on their offense clicking. They don't play a lick of defense. And what the Knicks, what we've seen in this Knicks and Pacers series is when their offense starts fleeting, when their best player in Tyrese Maxey, who is obvious that he's playing hurt, but when he's unable to get it going, when Miles Turner's unable to get it going, and you don't really have another option, they don't have a second punch. Their first punch is offense. Well, when your first punch is so unreliable or can be, let's say, so unreliable, no matter how good you are, everyone has a bad day. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter the world has ever seen. He has multiple games where he shot 0 for 10, 0 for 9, 0 for 8 from 3. If the greatest shooter ever can have bad games, that means that no one can be perfect. And the Pacers, they have relied on their offense and their offensive speed all year. Well, now you're dealing with a team, even though the Knicks are incredibly beat up, when you have almost an entire roster out with injury. The reason why the Knicks are able to do what the Knicks are doing outside of Jalen Brunson being great is they still defend. Josh Hart defends, even though, it's not the best offense or defense. I'm sorry. Jaylen Brown and Dante DiVincenzo, they do their best. OG Anunoby, who's been injured most of the series, he's a great defender, one of the best on-ball defenders in basketball. Again, I'm recording this Friday afternoon, so I don't know what happened in Game 6. But I will say I don't think the Knicks are going to lose. If they do, okay. But I also don't give the Pacers a shot in heaven or hell. If they do essentially beat the Knicks, I don't give them a shot to beat the Celtics, because to beat the Celtics, as we've seen at least one or two games this entire playoffs, you need some type of defense. And the Pacers don't have that. So I have the Knicks. Again, I don't know. I'm gonna predict that the Knicks win tonight, but I don't know. If not, we'll see. But defense assuredly wins you championships, because that defense is one thing that isn't as quote unquote fickle as offense. Defense, outside of obviously thinking defense is a mindset thing. Your shot can be off terribly. You can always get into a defensive stance and try to stop your guy. You can always, a lot of people don't. Steph Curry is not the greatest. Again, we just talked about Steph Curry with the 3-point shooting. He's not the greatest defender, but the reason why he's one of the best team defenders, the reason why that 1 year he led the league in steals, I think, is because he is still capable of playing team defense when his shot is not working, or just any time. It's a mindset thing. You can be a great defender. That's why we see a good handful of great defenders, but not great offensive weapons. Defense is not as fleeting as offense, which is another reason why they say defense wins championships, because your shot can be off. It's a want-to thing. It's an energy thing. It's a pride thing to want to play defense. So we'll see. Oh, man, you stayed to the end of the video. I appreciate you. If you like what you saw, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you'll never miss any content from your boy. You can also go back and watch past episodes, past clips, and don't forget that the Unpopular Podcast, new episodes drop every Wednesday and Saturday. Appreciate you.